Chapter 6 Studying Clouds. This chapter looks to give you an insight into the formation of clouds and the role they play in weather watching. As we move on, you will find the interrelations between the variables that affect weather, some more obvious than the others. It is therefore crucial to understand how each of them influences one another and in its entirety the weather. Sometimes there are lots of clouds in the sky and sometimes you can't see a single cloud. Either way, clouds have a big influence on weather. Clouds affect weather in three different ways. First, prevent solar radiation from reaching the ground. Second, absorb warmth that is re-emitted from the ground. Third, it is a source of precipitation. When there are no clouds, there is less insolation. As a result, cloudless days can be extremely hot and cloudless nights can be very cold. For this reason, cloudy days tend to have a lower range of temperature than clear days. Clouds form when air reaches its dew point, the temperature when the air is saturated with water vapor. This can happen in two ways. First, the air temperature can stay the same while the humidity increases. This is common in locations that are warm and humid. Second, the humidity can remain the same but the temperature decreases. When this happens, the air will eventually cool enough so that it reaches 100% humidity and water droplets form. Air cools when it comes into contact with cold surface or when it rises. There are three ways in which rising air can create clouds. First, it can be warmed at or near the ground level. Second, it can be pushed up over a mountain or mountain range. Third, it can be thrust over a mass of cold, dense air. Water vapor in the atmosphere is not visible unless it condenses to become a cloud. Water vapor condenses around a nucleus such as dust, smoke, or salt crystal. This forms tiny liquid droplets. Billions of these water droplets together make a cloud. If the atmosphere is very cold, the droplets freeze into ice. Most clouds appear white because sunlight reflects off the water droplets. If the cloud is thick, the droplets scatter or absorb the light and less solar radiation can travel through them. This is why storm clouds are dark black or grey. The different types of clouds. Clouds have been classified in several ways. The most common classification used today divides clouds into separate cloud groups which are determined by their altitude. First, high clouds which have the prefix cirro and are found above 6,000 meters in altitude. Cirrocumulus clouds are small white puffs that ripple across the sky, often in rows. Cirrostratus clouds are thin, white sheets of cloud made up of ice crystals like cirrus clouds. Cirrostratus clouds are sometimes so thin that they cannot be seen unless illuminated by the sun or moon. Second, middle clouds, which have the prefix alto and are between 2,000 to 7,000 meters. Middle clouds may be made of water droplets, ice crystals, or both, depending on the air temperature. Altocumulus clouds appear as white to grey, puffy stripes rolling across the sky. These clouds often occur between thunderstorms. Thick and broad orthostratus clouds are grey or blue-grey. They often cover the entire sky and usually mean a large storm bearing a lot of precipitation is coming. Third, low clouds, which have the word stratus in their names, occur beneath 2,000 meters. Low clouds usually hold droplets of liquid water, although they may contain ice when temperatures are very cold. Stratus clouds are grey sheets that cover the entire sky. These clouds may produce a steady drizzle or mist but do not carry hard rain. Nimbostratus clouds are thick and dark. They bring steady rain or snow. Stratocumulus clouds are rows of large, low puffs that may be white or gray. These clouds rarely bring precipitation. Each of the clouds that occur in these groups is layered and they grow horizontally. With a descriptive knowledge of cloud formation and types, at the end of Chapter 6, you will be well acquainted with how meteorologists study clouds and predict the weather on a day-to-day basis. In the next chapter, we shall look to understand the process of precipitation and the role of each of the variables play in bringing about precipitation in an area.